smiles and perfect moments of the Korean entertainment world, it's easy to imagine a life filled with nothing but fame, luxury, and admiration. The cameras show flawless visuals, emotional performances, and celebrities living what looks like a dream. But behind the stage lights and polished interviews, there are often struggles fans never see. Today's story is about someone many fans adore for his charm, talent, and sincerity. Park Hyung-sik. To millions around the world, he is the romantic hero who stole hearts in dramas like Strong Girl Bong-soon and Happiness. His warm personality, handsome visuals, and emotional acting have made him one of the most beloved stars in the Korean drama industry. But what if the story we know is only half of the truth? What if behind those charming smiles were years of quiet battles, struggles he rarely spoke about, moments where he doubted himself more than anyone realized? Today on Buzz and Tea, we're diving into the untold truth about Park Hyung-sik, the challenges, pressures, and emotional hurdles he carried silently while fans only saw the star shining on screen. And trust me, some parts of his journey might surprise you. Let's rewind the story a little. Before the fame, before the global fan base, before his name was trending across the internet, Park Hyung-sik was simply a young dreamer, trying to find his place in a brutally competitive industry. He wasn't born into the entertainment spotlight. Like many aspiring idols and actors in South Korea, he had to fight for recognition in a system where thousands of hopeful trainees compete for just a handful of opportunities. His first big break came as a member of the K-pop group ZA under Star Empire Entertainment. At first glance, this seemed like the start of a glamorous career. But the reality behind idol life was far more complicated. ZA debuted in 2010, entering an industry already dominated by powerhouse groups. Competition was fierce, expectations were sky high, and the pressure to succeed was constant. Despite the group's talent and dedication, they struggled to reach the same level of popularity as some of their rivals. For a young idol like Park Hyung-sik, this created a quiet but heavy burden. Imagine working endlessly, practicing late into the night, performing on music shows, attending fan events, yet still feeling like you haven't truly made it. Many idols in similar situations have later admitted that these early years can feel incredibly discouraging. And for Hung Sik, there were moments when he questioned whether he was good enough. Fans who discovered him later through dramas might not realize how long he spent trying to prove himself. Back then, he wasn't the leading man everyone praised. He was simply one member of a group fighting for survival in the entertainment industry. But everything began to shift when people started noticing something special about him: his natural acting ability. Instead of limiting himself to music, Hung-sik slowly began exploring acting roles. At first, the parts were small, sometimes just supporting characters, sometimes roles that barely gave him time to shine. But every performance showed a glimpse of something deeper. Directors began noticing his emotional range, viewers started remembering his face, and slowly, the door to acting began to open wider. One of the major turning points came with the historical drama Hwarang, where he acted alongside stars like Park Seo-joon and V. For many viewers, this was the moment they truly discovered Park Hyung-sik. His performance was charming, emotional, and memorable. But even as his acting career began rising, new struggles appeared. Because transitioning from idol to actor is never easy. In South Korea's entertainment industry, idols who become actors often face intense skepticism. Some critics assume they lack real acting skills. Others believe they only receive roles because of their popularity. This meant Hung-sik had to work twice as hard to prove himself. Every scene mattered. Every performance was judged. Every mistake could be magnified. Imagine stepping onto a drama set knowing that some people expect you to fail, yet somehow, he kept moving forward. Then came the drama that changed everything. In 2017, Park Hyung-sik starred opposite Park Bo-young in Strong Girl Bong-soon. The show became a massive hit. Fans loved the chemistry between the two leads. Hyung-sik's portrayal of the sweet, playful CEO An Min-hyuk captured hearts across Asia and beyond. Suddenly, the same actor who once struggled for recognition was now everywhere. Clips of his scenes went viral. Fan pages exploded. International viewers began discovering him through streaming platforms. For the first time, it seemed like everything was finally going right. But success brings its own kind of pressure. When a drama becomes hugely popular, expectations for the next project become even higher. Fans want another hit, producers want stronger performances, and the actor suddenly feels the weight of an entire audience watching closely. Hyung-sik has admitted in interviews that he often felt anxious about living up to expectations. The fear of disappointing fans can become overwhelming. Imagine waking up every day knowing millions of people are waiting to see what you do next. That kind of pressure isn't easy to carry. Then, just as his career momentum was rising, another challenge arrived: military service. In South Korea, all able bodied men are required to serve in the military. For celebrities, this means stepping away from the spotlight for nearly 2 years. Park Hyung-sik enlisted in 2019, serving in the military police. During this time, fans missed him deeply. But for Hyung-sik himself, the break was both challenging and transformative. Military life is drastically different from the entertainment world. There are no luxury trailers, no red carpets, no cheering fans, just discipline, routine, and responsibility. Many actors have said that military service forces them to rediscover who they are outside of fame. And when Hyung-sik finally returned, fans were eager to see what he would do next. His comeback drama, Happiness, showed a darker and more mature side of his acting. The thriller storyline allowed him to explore intense emotions and complex character dynamics. Audiences were impressed. Critics praised his growth. It became clear that the young idol from ZA had truly evolved into a serious actor. But even now, fans often say the same thing about Park Hyung-sik. He's one of the most humble stars in the industry. Despite his success, he rarely talks about his hardships. He rarely complains. He simply continues working quietly, improving his craft, and connecting with fans through his performances. And maybe that's why his story resonates with so many people. Because behind the fame is a journey filled with persistence. Behind the charming smile is someone who faced doubt, pressure, and uncertainty, yet kept going anyway. Now let me ask you something, Buzz and T viewers. When you watch Park Hyung-sik on screen, what do you see? The handsome actor, the romantic lead, or someone who fought quietly for years to reach where he is today? And here's another question for you. If you had to choose his most unforgettable drama moment, which would it be? Was it his adorable jealousy scenes in Strong Girl Bong-soon? His emotional depth in Happiness? Or his royal charisma in Hwarang? Drop your answer in the comments. Because one of the most beautiful parts of being a fan is sharing the moments that made us fall in love with an actor's work. But before we wrap up this story, there's one more thing worth remembering. The Korean entertainment industry moves incredibly fast. New stars appear every year. Trends change quickly, but actors who survive long term usually have something deeper than popularity. They have resilience. And Park Hyung-sik's journey shows exactly that. From a struggling idol in ZA, to a respected actor leading major dramas, to a performer who continues winning hearts around the world. His story reminds us that success often hides years of unseen effort. So the next time you watch a drama starring Park Hyung-sik, remember that every scene represents more than just acting. It represents persistence, growth, and the determination of someone who refused to give up. But now the real question is for you, Buzz and T family. What do you think is the most inspiring part of Park Hyung-sik's journey? And which actor's untold story should we explore next? Because here on Buzz and Tea, the tea is always hot, and the stories are always deeper than they first appear.